Hello and welcome to Priceless Vitality. This is an online health and wellness marketplace filled with things that can help with health and things that can just take the pressure off someone who's unwell. It's a non-profit, so it's totally free to use, and listings could range from organic food to private health cover. And it could be as simple as just helping an old lady to get to a doctor's appointment once a month. The possibilities are as vast as your imagination. I'd like to say thank you for being here and now watching this video with the intention of helping someone. Thank you. We're going to get started by opening up an internet browser and going to pricelessvitality.org. And that'll take us to the main page of Priceless Vitality. At the top you'll see a search bar. You'll see the major categories of listings of product, service and community. And you'll see the latest listings down the bottom of providers that have made their listings available earlier. And this video is about publishing listings and registering as a provider, so we're going to click on Publish a New Listing. And because I need to be logged in to publish an item on the site, it's asked me to log in. So you can either log in with an existing account or you can go to the Register button and register your account. I'm going to log in with an account I prepared earlier. Okay, we're in and on the Publish a Listing page. What I'm going to do is give you a hypothetical example that gives you an idea of what it's like to use Priceless Vitality as a real provider. Say we have a general practitioner, a doctor from Detroit, for example, who's had a fair bit of history with cancer and diabetes in their family, as well as seeing them same illnesses affect a lot of the community, and also noticing that some of the community members don't have the money to pay the full price for medical care, or just are scared of the potential bills that come up if they do seek care. So this is a way for them to make these services available with a flexible price on Priceless Vitality, in addition to any other ways that they're offering services to the community. So he or she goes to the website, logs in the way we have, and has gone to the Publish a Listing page. And on this page, you'll see tooltips on the side, and they give you a brief description of what each field is about, giving you some pointers. And this doctor will go to the categories and find themselves what they're offering as a service, and there'll be general practitioner there, so they've clicked that. And then they'll type in the title of their service. Make sure you make something that's really concise, but something that people could search for and something that could catch their eye and make it clear what you're offering. And then we have the description. The description is the biggest field, the most all-encompassing that we have in this whole system. And try to make that as detailed as possible. So exactly what are you offering? Is it an hour session? Is it a half-hour session? Is it something that is a program that takes time? Is there a commitment that's involved with that? So anything that the customer would need to know, as well as any payment options that you'd be willing to take. So some people will only want to go for the suggested price and a little bit of fluctuation around that. Some people are willing to do trades or payment plans, or even paying it forward. So whatever you're comfortable with there, make it as clear as possible in the description so that people don't have to contact you and ask you questions that you could answer in the description field. Also, if there's any keywords that people will generally use to search for this item, make sure you include them as part of the description, because the description field is actually part of the keyword search on the front page, so it can help get visibility for this listing. The next field is the suggested price. So you can choose your currency there based on what your going currency is in your area. And also you can put in a dollar figure there, or just click the checkbox if you want to make it free, and that sets the price to 0. You have to put some sort of suggested pricing in there. If the pricing is something that's dynamic and needs to be tailored to the particular person, then make the price for an initial consultation. So whether that's a free consultation or something that you're charging for, just make it clear in the description that this is just an initial consultation, and then you can actually sort out the delivery of the product in the future and the quote between yourselves. You don't need Priceless Vitality for that once you've made a connection. And now we're going to move on to images. Images are really, really important. They give you an idea of who we're actually connecting with and what we're receiving as part of this listing. So go to the red section there and just click on it to upload images, or you can just drag images directly into that red box. You can also link one YouTube video that tells people about your product or service. And here we have our listing type. If we're a provider, we're going to choose offer because we're making an offer to people. If we were a recipient who was looking for something in particular, then we'd choose request. But in this case, we just want an offer. Now the next field is really, really important. It's the documented benefits and supporting research. And Priceless Vitality will check each listing to make sure that we feel that there's enough information there and that the information is clear, factual, and as unbiased as possible. And if we do feel that there's some kind of bias, we'd like to make that clear as well. So we just want to be as honest as possible in this field and give as much information as we have. It saves us time, and it can also be interesting to spend 5 minutes Googling and looking for supporting studies and research that shows the benefits of your product or service. So here as a general practitioner, we've got a fair bit of research, so I'm just going to put in a summary and some links to more information about those studies. Do not combine with. This is a field that doctors will often call contraindications. These are things that you don't want to mix with this particular listing. And because this is a listing for a general practitioner, I'm going to click not applicable, because usually you'd want to ask your doctor if there is anything that I don't want to combine with this particular listing anyway. So now we're on to demographic filters, where you can target any area of the community in particular, like low-income families or seniors or people who are disabled or infants or children. This general practitioner sees the issues that they want to help with across the community, so we're going to choose everyone for the demographic. And with the condition filters, that's generally any illnesses, diseases, or medical conditions that the recipient has been diagnosed with. We talked about this before. This general practitioner wants to give appointments to diabetes patients and cancer patients. And as we made it clear in the description before, even if they haven't been diagnosed with some of these conditions, in this case, because we put it in the description, if people think that they may have some of the telltale signs, to come to the clinic anyway. And the location section. So because I registered as a user in Detroit, it's already come through into this listing automatically, and I can make changes to that here if the location of the listing is actually different to my address that I've put in my account settings. And I can also click worldwide if I'm giving an electronic product that has no borders, that I can easily offer via email. And now that I'm finished with my listing, I just put in the capture code at the bottom and publish my listing. So now that the item has been published, you'll see that your ad needs to be approved by the administrators at Priceless Vitality, and it's taken you to the search page, actually searching for your item, but it's not available yet because it needs to be approved. So now I'm going to fast forward to when it's actually been approved by Priceless Vitality. And now our listing has been approved. It's on the main page in latest listings, and you see there's no reviews yet. People have to contact you about the listing first before they can leave a review. And if we click on this listing, we can see all of the details there. We've got share buttons for email, social media, and all of the information that we put in. You can edit the listing at any time that you want. It will need to be reviewed again if you edit it. And we've got a listing location map, so people can actually see physically where the location that we put is. And lastly, I'm going to show you how recipients can get in touch with you. So we're going to do that through another provider's listing, and we can see on the right hand side it's got their name, It's got their contact phone number, which is optional, and it's also got a box where they can put in an email message to send to you. And the phone number and email settings are in the My Account section. So you can go there at the top of the screen and then go to Account and set your phone details, and you can also set Change Email to change your email settings. The recipients have been encouraged to be very clear and upfront with what they can and can't afford, and also to be prepared if there's restrictions on the listing to provide medical certificates to be able to prove that they've got a particular condition. And that was an overview of using Priceless Vitality as a provider. If you have any feedback or questions, or you'd like to showcase a story of using Priceless Vitality, just go to our main menu and hit the contact button and get in touch with us there. Thank you for your time and enjoy Priceless Vitality.